If a machine can pretend to care better than I can actually care, how do we draw the line there?
Yo, yo. What's going on, y'all? Hold on 1 second. What's up, Nate Esser? Sorry, chat. Hold on 1 second. Well, the car didn't finish in time, so I'm stuck with the rental. Oh my gosh, sorry, bro. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second, y'all. There we go. Sorry, I'm troubleshooting. That's the problem with two computers is, you know, sometimes you have to put up with that crap. Okay. Let me see something. All these monitors, all these different things set up. Jeez Louise. I bring this upon myself. How's the rental car, Nate? What kind of rental is it? It's cool, actually, a 2025 Toyota Corolla. Oh, sweet. Corollas are pretty nice, bro. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Which is interesting because it was an actual replica of the last rental car I had. The only disadvantage is that it wasn't hybrid, but it gives me a better idea of what to expect, right? Do you have a speaking of cars, do you have a dream car that you've like always wanted? Like, let's say you had the ability to pick like any car in the world. What car do you think you would get? If I could have any car in the world, probably be a sports car. And it would probably be a Ford GT. I was thinking of either a Tesla sedan or a Volkswagen bus. Oh, those are pretty cool. A Tesla is really cool. You know, I wish Tesla had a different truck option than the Cybertruck. Like so for example, like I think that Cybertruck's kind of cool because it's, you know, a Tesla truck, but not the biggest fan of the polygon look. Like, to me, it's like, if you're in the mood, then makes sense to do it. I feel like it's a very specific taste. You gotta have like a very specific taste to be into like that look. But I wish they just had like a normal looking truck. Okay, hold on one second. Let me okay, that works. There, is that better? Let me see. Slightly. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. But yeah, Nate, they're bringing back the Volkswagen bus, right? Or they brought it back? Menu? What? Is it called menu like I've never seen a vehicle website have, like, when you're trying to like just like browse cars, like the tab be called menu. I mean, it makes sense, but like what? Like, for example, let's see this, right? If you just like type in Ford or something, right? Let's see. It's like, it's vehicles. Vehicles. Why would it be menu? Here we go. The ID Buzz. Alright, Nate, what color, dude? Alright, let's build your Buzz, Nate. We got the Pro S. Pro S Plus. Pro S Plus with 4 motion. I mean, it looks kind of cool. What are your choices? Yeah, let's go. Okay, so it looks like you have top coat, and then you have the two-tone paint. So for the top coat, it looks like you got a white, a black, and a gray. And then the two-tone, woo, you got blue, red, and a gray. Not bad for these choices. Although I think other models have different colors. I'll take black. Okay, sweet. And then interior, bro. What are you gonna get? You gonna get the moonlight, or are you gonna do the copper? Moonlight, nice. Alright, let's check it out, dude. Let's check out this interior, bro. Okay, look at those back seats. Is that 3 rows? Very cool. Yeah, looks like there's a 3rd row. Can we not... Okay, different angles. Yeah, I want to see the 3rd row, bro. Okay, cool. Ugh. Bunch of accessories, right? Here you go. Whoa, full display mirror? Oh, that's like, it's like it uses a camera and like points behind you versus just using like a reflection. That's cool. I wish more cars would have that option, you know? Okay, so summary, right? Okay, for this build, about 61,000. Not too bad, right? Now, I'm curious, what models have the different colors? Let me see. Oh, dude, Nate, look at this one, man. The the Pro S Plus. Look at all these cool colors, man. Wow, red, orange. Ooh, the green one? Ooh. That looks cool. For some reason, this is giving very, like I'm thinking Japan. Yeah, it's not that bad of a price, but what I've learned is that Tesla has their own insurance company. Interesting. Other than that, Nate, what did you do today? What does Tesla even have now? Let me see. I haven't checked the Tesla site in so long. I remember when my friend first told me that. Oh, dude, you know Hunter Babcock? It was like 2014. He was like, dude, you ever heard of Tesla? You gotta check out Tesla. It's been a while since I've been to Tesla's website. How much are Teslas now, bro? Yo, the real mule. Hair up, looks tight. You get the AC units in? Not yet. Not yet. The breeze has been feeling so good, coming through the window. And, like, we got all the windows open. It's been so good, bro. It's, like, nice and 73 here. Wait, hold on. What's 73 in Celsius? Let's see. Celsius. Okay. 73. 73 Celica, you dingus. 73 in Celsius. Let's see. Oops. Wrong way. Okay, hold on. 73 Fahrenheit to Celsius. So it's at 22 degrees Celsius. I'm afraid to put the bro, we gotta get the windows in soon. I know. Here's what's gonna suck though, right? Once I put those in, it'll basically kill all crossbreeds potential. Because once I put the panel in, I also tape. I have this like air duct tape, you know, like, to seal, like, you know, like seal metal air ducts or whatever. I do that. I take the panel and the window when they're like together like this, and I put it down. I put it down the middle between the two, so that the window can't open. But it also creates a seal because, you know, the problem with window units with the panels is that even though you close the window and you can have a piece of foam here, which they say helps, there's still like enough room where you can, or a hot air gets sucked through the cracks. So once I like completely seal and tape the panel to the window, it's like, then if it's like cool enough outside, you know, to where you can open the windows, it's like, you know, it's not gonna work, which sucks. But I think this week, right now what I'm experiencing, or what we're experiencing in SoCal, is like the last of good weather. Like, it's only going to trend upward. It's not going to stay the same. So yeah, I need to lock in and get those in. Hot cat is hot. Yo, Lycan Cat, what is going on, dude? Lycan Cat, buddy, I've known since high school. He lives north of us, near San Francisco. San Jose, technically. And up there, it's like 10 to 15 degrees warmer. So he's suffering. Down here, we're nice and cool. Got the window open, nice ocean breeze coming in, right? Up there, he's suffering. But anyways, man, looked like you had a fun stream today, Real Mule. What's the plans for tonight? You gonna start winding down, have some dinner, chill on the couch, watch some TV, go straight to bed, take a shower, work out? What are you up to tonight? San Fran is like 74. It's 88 here. That's right. San Francisco is actually cold, right? Because San Francisco, for those who don't know, right? Let's pull her up. Let's pull her up. Okay. Open in maps. Yeah, let's get a little more of a nice, more detailed view. Yeah, there we go. All right, so you got San Francisco here, right? So we're down here in. How far am I? Oh yeah. We're down here in the city of Los Angeles, way down here. See it? Mike is up in this area. Zoom out. Oh, bypassed him. He's in this area. Well, okay, he's technically in San Jose, which is right here. See right here? Now, San Jose looks like it's got part of it is close to the bay, right? Is that a... Mike, are those golf courses? What is this? Oh, no, it's water. I'm like, is this like Dubai? Did they just like build a freaking, did they build golf courses on the water? No, it's just different colors, but that's part of the bay, right? You got San Francisco up here, right? Okay, Mike's down here. San Francisco, cold. Cold, cold, cold. It's cold even in the summer, bro. It's like, does San Francisco even get hot is the question, right? Because they're right on the ocean. They got the breeze. Anyways, but Mike's down here in the armpit, bro. And so, like he's saying in chat, about 10 degrees warmer. Thanks for the shouty. Of course, bro. Of course. Absolutely. Anyway, so Mike's down here roasting his kajugis off, right? And 88 degrees in his house. And I think I know why too. Look, to the right, what do we got? These are mountains, right? I think I know what happens. So you got the wind coming in from the west, right? Coming off the ocean. And then look at this. Probably gets trapped right here, right? Probably gets trapped right here. Probably reduces the airflow. You know, you guys know how cross breeze works, right? Even on the big scale of things, right? Probably gets all trapped right here in the air. Doesn't go anywhere. And what do we got here? Is this mountainous terrain up here too? So maybe the breeze is also kind of cut by this area right here too. Yeah, this looks like it might be mountainous kind of terrain. Woods. If it does, it's news. Sadie, what's going on? Hey, made it to a Jamie stream. Welcome in. Think you think you can't spell Jamie? Apparently, it's alright. I knew what you meant. But we're just talking. We're talking weather. The real meal is over here calling me out, keep me accountable, because I haven't put the AC in yet. It's right here. Check it out. Got the AC unit right here. Supposed to go in. Oh, not this thing. This doesn't go in the window. This stays here. But the hose, the panel's supposed to go in. But dude. Oh yeah. Got the ocean SoCal breeze. Ocean SoCal breeze, dude. And it feels great. It's 73 degrees out, which we did convert to Celsius, because again, I'm not sure which of chat is on the whole Celsius Fahrenheit thing. So annoying, right? That we gotta... Is it 73 Fahrenheit to Celsius? So it's 22.77 degrees Celsius. Nice. And it's got, again, we're like 2 miles from the ocean. So this is like a fresh ocean breeze coming in. So anyways, the point we were talking about is that Meal brings up a good point, because it's going to get hot. So might as well get prepared now. Put it in, because last thing we want, right, is it to be all of a sudden 90 degrees out and we're sweating our kajugis off trying to put it in. Might as well get set up now when it's nice, right? I came to witness the locks in person. Oh, I got my hair up in a bun. Hold on. Let me see if I can take it out. Hold on, let me flip my hair. There we go. Oh, so yeah, hold on. I'm getting blown out in the... Wait, hold on. That was inappropriate. I was gonna say I'm getting blown out in the bag, but I meant the light, you guys. Bunch of perverts. Anyways, long hair. But the reason why I have it up is because it gets hot. When it's down, dude, it's like... feels like a raccoon. A raccoon just laying on the back of your neck, man. Still darker than it was, bro. Yeah, it's still dark, and now I'm suffering because I'm cutting the cross breeze off. We got a nice little rose bush out here. You can probably see that little pink right there. Right there. There we go. Sometimes, when the wind is when the wind and the temperature is right, you can smell the roses. Like, it just blows by your face. It smells so good. All right, you guys. Do you guys want to see what I looked like? Look at this. I've been posting some old throwback selfies of stuff, man. Of me, shorter hair. Let me show you something, guys. You're. Oh, and I just cut my beard too. Yeah. Usually I have I had a lot longer beard. I mean, I'll say this. I always have a beard, right? I haven't been clean shaven since I was like in my 20s. I like the look of a beard. And so, but regardless, like whether it's long or short, there's always a beard. This is more of a trimmed beard, but sorry, I keep forgetting chat. Let me catch up with you guys. Spoiled, you whip your hair back and forth. Yeah, exactly, just like the song. And he has better hair than I do. I'm jealous now. I want to trim my hair, Sadie. It's too long for the summer, like I was just saying, and I want to like cut it to a length where it's just enough to put in a bun. Because if I go too short, then I'm gonna be doing the whole what's his face in Pirates of the Caribbean, when it's like when the guy's hair is just, they try to put in a bun but strands are falling in your face. I want it longer, just enough so that's not happening. But hold on. I was trying to show you guys some old pictures. Let me see. Oh, check this out. Okay. All right, y'all, check this out. This is from 2014, right? Let me explain what these two pictures are. Let me explain what these two pictures are, okay? This is me in my hipster era with the undercut, okay? I was also about 100 pounds lighter at this point too. But on the left, you see, right? Oh, too close. Too close. See this beard? That was called the yeared. I did a thing called the yeared. A 1 year beard. Get it? The yeared. So this was at the 1 year mark. So what I did was this. I mean, this picture is like a before and after. Like once I hit the 1 year mark, because I was documenting it the exact day and month or whatever. I was going out for a year. I did a before and after. So shaved the beard off, kept a little bit of like a 5 o'clock shadow, and then did a stash. But not get it. My hair is always in a bun. I had a possum lay on me like a moving scarf once. So warm. Oh my god, I want a possum. Me too. I really want a possum. I want skunks. Actually, you can own skunks. You can actually have. You can take the. I think it might depend on the state. I'm not sure, but you can whatever it is when they take the stinky sack out. So like your skunk isn't like spraying you every night. And raccoons, dude. Trash pandas. I want a raccoon. Oh, how long have you had your Secret Labs? You like it? I've had this since probably 2019. I will say though, they're not as comfortable as they look. This was like around $400. I will say what's probably better is it it's nice, right? It's better than an IKEA chair, right? If you go spend $60 to get an office chair at IKEA, it's definitely better than that. But actually, where the trend is going now is more like ergonomic chairs, they call it. Like, check this out. There's another chair here. So this. Okay, it might be kind of hard to see. This is a SteelSeries. You guys know SteelSeries? Like that gaming brand that does like headsets, mouses, keyboards. They have like an ergonomic chair line. So like these chairs are actually meant for sitting long periods at a time, like like for sitting in office. The Secret Labs chair, the only problem is this: they look cool, they're slick, but they're designed to be like racing chairs. And if you guys know much about race cars or even the seats and they put in race cars, a race car and racing chairs are not for comfortability. It's for like weight reduction and to like form around you, like grab around like your like lats, your ribs and stuff, the way you sit in it. It's not comfortable. But I will say this, it's not bad. But I think if I have to get another chair in the future, it's going to be more of an ergonomic chair. I just ordered one. I'm sorry to be garbage. Oh shit. I went on this whole thing about Secret Labs just before I read that part. It's not garbage. It's not garbage. But I will say it's probably most likely better than what you have right now. Like they're not bad, but I do have to get up like every hour or so because of like it feels like there's like pressure points almost. Like so every hour I make it a thing to get up. But yes, but I will say like they're legit though. They're not meant to be sitting in for like hours straight, but they're gonna be better than what you can get like IKEA or something like that. Does that make sense? They're actually sweet, lazy, safe animals once they realize humans aren't all out to hurt them. Look at you, let's go. Yeah, and I heard they can't get rabies either. I bit the bullet and my wallet is crying. Yeah, they're expensive. But yeah, I've had it since 2019, like summer 2019, like almost exactly 7 years. Light's good now. What changed? Was the sun just behind a cloud? Probably. Yep. There's like somewhat overcast marine layer coming in. I do that every year, chop it off so it's just long enough for a ponytail every summer, grow it out my butt in the winter. I got me a giant started chair with robust memory foam and cloth and no sticky leather. Oh dang, look at that beard. Be worth it. Until the walls suck it up. Let's see. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so far behind in chat, but I want to read your messages because it's important to me to read what you guys said. I'll just live off pierogies for a while. Dude, I had pierogies for the first time in like 2018 when I went to Massachusetts, New England area. Good look. Likely state. Deglanding is illegal here now. Let's see. Raccoons make fun pets for a year or so, then they mature and get weird aggro. Local urban rescue place had a few. Same place I met a few friendly possums. Herman Miller, they're the goat. Yes, Herman Miller is like platinum, premium, like the highest you can get, but they're close to like $2,000 a chair. That's like what all the big streamers like. You know, like Tim the Tatman, who like, you know, plays Call of Duty and all those like shooting games, right? Like he's like sponsored, I think. I think even same with like Shroud. They like Logitech actually partnered with Herman Miller, and I think there's like a Logitech chair. I had a Steel Series headset. Okay, so there you go. You know what I'm talking about then. I was looking at a Steel Case Leap 2, which is apparently up there like Herman Miller's, but it's in the 2K range. Oh, dude, that's crazy. I didn't know Steel Series has that one. That Steel Series that that chair got was like probably in like, it was like similar. It was like 300, 400 range. I didn't know there was stuff even higher than that. I have to credit my bulk and racing seats a few times a year, not a pretty sight. Now that's content. But 8 kilograms today. Jesus, Costco. Multiple bags on sale. They were $1, whatever the perfect Loblaw store is for you out there. I'm Canadian, so it's probably $1,300, $1,400 for you. Right. Wow. But yeah, that's an expensive chair. But yeah, we got the topic of my hair locks, my long beard. There was a point where I had short hair and a very long beard. Let's see. Where's some older pictures? Now I posted something today. Let me see. Yep, look. More short hair and a mustache. I posted, this is my friend's Discord, but I'm a little crabby. Let me see. I'm a little crabby right here. I wish I would have had this bib. This is like 10 years ago or so. I wish I would have kept this damn bib. It's so cool. Load up and thought of you. Dang, I feel like I got a bargain paying for my chair. But yeah, those are some older pictures when I was trying to grow the stash out and trying to like do more of like a handlebar kind of thing. And then yeah, here's all the previous looks I've been. I've been like all sorts of styles here. Oh yeah, this is when I was like 19, looking like a Breakfast Club looking ass. Look at this. Yeah, what's his face from? And I had earrings too, like actually like the silver. Hold on. Breakfast Club. Who am I thinking of? Yeah, people used to call me this. Am I thinking of? Oh, Judd Nelson. Let's see. Yeah, he plays John Bender or whatever. Let me see. Yeah, people were saying I looked like this when I had my hair at that phase. Buzzed head at some point with plugs. Buzzed head, earrings. When I was into that whole hipster look with that haircut, long beard like that, you know. Let's see. And then this is, let's see here. Okay, so this picture on the left, that's me. This is Halloween 2011. I just posted this today, my friend's Discord. It was like a throwback picture, but in high school, I used to be like punk, I guess you could say, right? Like I actually these were my real clothes. So like jacket with the pins, patches, studs, studded belt, like tight pants, right? Look, short hair, no mustache or beard, but you know, kind of a 5 o'clock shadow, whatever. But so these are real clothes I used to wear like in high school because I like thought I was so punk rock. But I actually ended up wearing my real clothes as a costume in like 2011. Look, Nate, there's you, bro. Nate in chat. The Molly Ringwald era. But, anyways, enough about me. How's everyone doing tonight? But, hold on. I'm starting to sweat. Let me put my hair up in a bun. D. Sadie, what's the weather like right now at your place? Is it hot? Is it nice? Just starting, he says. Woo! The lovely 30 degrees. Feels like 40 degrees. We were promised tornadoes today, but that didn't come to pass. Man, as a California boy, tornadoes scare me. I think I have not irrational, but an unreasonable kind of fear. And you could thank the 90s movie Twister for that. Like, for example, right? I have a family that lives in Ohio. Actually, most of my family is from Ohio, state of Ohio. And the same way that for us here in California, we're so used to, maybe specifically SoCal, I don't know if it's all California gets the earthquakes like we do, but for me, earthquakes are like, it's an earthquake, you know, whatever. Or, whoa, did you feel that one? That one was a little jerky this time, huh? Or, oh, did you feel that one? That was like a low rumbling one that lasted a while, right? It's like, oh, whatever. And that's like how my family in Ohio is with tornadoes. Like, I remember like when the alarm or the siren was going off, it was like, we were playing foosball in their house. This is probably like 2007. And all the sirens are going off. And everybody's like, or my family was like, what the frick is that? And they were like, oh, that's the siren. Siren for what? A tornado. We're like, a tornado? So we had to get to the basement. I'm scared, bro. I'm like thinking, is there a possibility I'm going to die? You know, but to them, it's like an earthquake. It's like, most of the time, nothing's going to happen. So 86 Fahrenheit feels like 104. Holy moly, that is warm. Oh, they're still relatively new here, so they're weak to F1 when they hit. Okay. At most, knock some trees over. Okay. So you're telling me there's a chance I could survive if I'm caught in the middle of nowhere? Like, hang on to a tree, it's not going to suck me up. Oh, man. I see footage of crazy tornadoes, like EF4s and F5s, like TikTok and stuff like that. A few years ago, I got alerts of a tornado on my phone for the first time ever. I thought they were doing tests, so I kept ignoring it. After like the fifth one, I was like, I should go check this out. Dude, that's wild. Okay, so you were saying it's like new to the area. Is that because of like global warming? Like, you know, climates are changing kind of thing? Out of nowhere, the clouds circling, wind blowing, torrential rain was wild, and that's not even the one that officially touched down. Yeah, basically. Okay, yeah, that's wild. I mean, dude, the day I get a tornado warning in from Los Angeles, that'll be the day I know we're cooked. We'll be absolutely cooked. when I was in high school, we were told it was impossible for us to have tornadoes here. And the last 5 years, they are more and more common. That is so wild. My gosh. Like, I can't even imagine that. Oh, man. I still have not seen... Have you guys seen the movie Twister? The 90s one? There was a new one, too, wasn't there? What was it called? I think it's just called Twister. Is it Twisters? Or the sequel or something, right? I have not seen the sequel, I guess, is what this is. Came out in 2024. All I know is that I'm enjoying now while they're still mostly harmless. 10 years from now, dude, yeah, 10 years from now, we all gotta build a basement, bro. I loved Twister as a kid. Watched the remake, it wasn't bad. Yeah, we had the original Twister on VHS, and as much as the movie scared me, it's a really good movie. Like, it's a phenomenal movie. Twister was how I tested my home theater when I first built it. Okay, didn't realize it had that cool of like audio capabilities. So have you guys heard that? Okay, you guys know that scene from Twister where, like, I think it's like the first or second tornado they're chasing. They like, it's like the dirt road, and then like, they like hide under the. Is it the bridge? To like hide from the tornado. Have you guys heard that apparently that's like actual like ass backwards like safety knowledge of the tornado? They actually say it's more dangerous to hide under a tornado. Or sorry, to hide under a tornado. Hide under a bridge when a tornado is passing than if you just were to run or find shelter, like on the edge of the road in a ditch. For two reasons. I guess there's something about like when the tornado passes over and like the sort of pressure or the type of like wind it creates like underneath is like multiplied. But then number two is it creates like because of like the wind and whatever, it's like even like with winds that speed, like if you're hiding up like under like a bridge or something like that, right? If a road's coming over another road, like you can get torn up by debris because of the way like the wind is working. Look it up. Somebody explained to me. When I first started, I was like, bullshit. So what we do, just stand out in the open and get my ass sucked up? But I guess there's a scientific reason from it behind it, and I guess it's actually safer to literally get like in a ditch. Like imagine you're driving down the side of the road and there's the shoulder, and then the shoulder goes like down. I guess that the wind, right? Like if there's like a dip and like there's a shoulder, the lower you get, all the air is really like up here and it passes over you as it's like spinning. It doesn't really come down, right? It just sort of like stays like here. But when you get under a bridge, it's like because you're sort of like in the same level, like where the air is like turning or spinning or churning, whatever the hell it is. That's what makes it dangerous. But yeah, when I first heard that, I was like, I'm not trusting that. My ass is going on the bridge. And then here's me getting out of the bridge and my ass is getting sucked out because I was too stupid to pay attention to science. Sadie, what time is it for you right now?
I found this on the web. For what time is it right now? Check it out.
What the fuck? Did you guys just hear that? Fucking Siri just went off. Did you guys say that? 10 p.m. I'm on East Coast. Okay, sweet. So you're starting to wind down for bed, huh? First you were... Man, shut the fuck up. Not you guys. The phone. First you were blown out, now you're sucked out of the words. Yeah, Siri confuses my name for hers all the time. Oh yeah, my reading time here in a few minutes. Nice. Do you prefer Sadie for sure, or do you prefer like DS Sadie? Sometimes I ask, like for example, my display name's Jamie V Long, and for me it's just like just call me Jamie. Like I say, I always tell people I have like the most. I call it like a Gmail name, right? Like it's like something you would like have as a Gmail. Jamie V Long, like name initial last name or first name middle last initial at gmail.com. I have such a Gmail sounding Twitch name. But yeah, the reality what my Twitch name is it's literally my first name Jamie, V because my middle name's Vincent, so V is the middle initial, and then Long is my last name, Long. My username is a play on the Marquis de is that French? I don't know how to say that. Is it Sades? How would you pronounce that last word? French writer, libertine. Let's see. Am I looking at the right one? Is this what's based off of, Sadie? I'm just curious now. My Twitch name is what I want to change my name, a real life name to, when I finally just say F it and don't need ties to IRL name stuff anymore. He's the first recorded sadist, and his name is where the word sadist comes from. Oh, and yes, okay. French writer. Oh, are you... Okay, so East Coast. Like, are you in the US or like East Coast, like Canada? I only ask because in network with Real Mule and everybody, it's like some people are Canada, some people are US, so I'm not really sure. No, Montreal, Canada. Very cool. I want to go to Canada. Canada seems so cool. I've partied there. There's when it comes to Canada, two of my favorite YouTube channels was, well, the early days, Epic Mealtime. All those Canadian dudes just coming up with some wild meals. And then there's a dude I watched who I fall asleep to. It's like almost therapeutic, called Camping with Steve. If you guys are interested in some like almost therapeutic things to fall asleep to on YouTube, Camping with Steve is like my other favorite camping or sort of content to watch. Hope you enjoyed the experience. Definitely. Oh yes, Epic Mealtime. Yeah, I actually, what's his face streams. What's his name? Is it Harley or? Yeah, Harley Morenstein. He streams on Twitch. I actually follow him. The main dude who always talked. And then Josh Elkin, the other dude from Epic Mealtime. I follow him on TikTok and like Instagram, and he's still going with food content. Nile Red. What's Nile Red? Let me see. Oh, wait, I've seen this dude. I've actually seen his short form content, and maybe possibly have fallen asleep to some of his videos. This chemistry stuff, yes. Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about now. Yeah, he's got cool stuff. There's a streamer in Canada documenting off-grid living, building a cabin and such. It's good. Good stuff. It's actually nearly red, or it does chemistry stuff. It took poetry classes with his girlfriend. Only reason I know of him being from Montreal. Wow. Small world. That is cool. Sorry, not poetry. Pottery. Did I say poetry? Did I have a brain fart? I'm sorry. I was gonna say it because I know you do pottery. You don't do poetry. Is that what do they call that? What did I just do? Is that a brain fart? Dyslexia? I suffer from the thing where like thinking and saying two different things at times, but I knew you said pottery. I said poetry. Wild. Absolutely wild, folks. Sadie, do you do pottery stuff like only on stream, or do you like to do it off stream too? Dude, you guys, okay, so earlier, earlier today, right? Like maybe a couple hours ago. Okay, so we have this like screen door at our place, and it's like, it's more of like a screen door that kind of almost acts like a drape. So it's like the material of a screen door. You buy it, and it's got like magnets in the middle, and you can like split it apart. Okay, I literally have technology like 2 millimeters from my finger. Hold on. No, it'd be Amazon, wouldn't it be? Screen door. Okay, something like this, right? And we got it recently for, you know, stuff we've talked about, how we get a good enough breeze. And one of the, like the biggest points, I guess biggest contributors to the cross breeze, I don't know what you'd say, is the front door, right? So we got one this year so we could have it up and like, you know, keep the bugs out while letting a nice cross breeze come through the house. It comes through the living room, out the back door. But like 2 hours ago, and I'm pretty sure, so we live in an apartment complex, and like I'm pretty sure it says like no soliciting, and instead of just like walking up and going like, this is awkward, walking away, AT&T, right? That's the company, if you guys don't know that. They're like a phone company, right? Service provider, like Verizon or Frontier or whatever, right? Singular, if anybody remembers Singular. They come up, they knock on the frame, and she goes, "Hey, how you doing, guys?" And I'm just like sitting on the couch, and I look, and I'm just like, "Fuck." I like knew at some point this was gonna happen. It's like with the door open and shit, and someone's like standing at your door like, looking at you, and it's a solicitor. I don't know. I guess I thought it wouldn't happen, and it fucking did. And it was like the awkwardest shit because I'm like sitting here like talking from the couch, like, "Hey, hi, how you doing?" Anyways, but we already have AT&T, so thankfully that cut the conversation short. But that happened, and had we not had AT&T, and would have been like, "Oh, we're somebody else," they'd fucking be there and trying to convince you to leave your company to go with them. And they had a whole team going up and down the complex. There was like 10 people here, and they like out the windows you could see them go to other like apartment front doors. And I'm like, oh my god, harassing people, dude, door to door shit. But yeah, that literally happened a couple hours ago, and it was like really awkward. But yeah, we have AT&T already, but it's like, yeah, we said we had somebody else, it's like, you know, because sometimes you're like, oh, you know, we're with so and so or somebody else, and you know, we've just been happy with the experience. And people and salesmen who like know the difference between like, so there's a difference between a salesman and a good salesman. A good salesman is like, you know, like they usually tell you like the sale starts when people say no, and usually it's like you determine is it because you like maybe you misunderstood like what the service is, and just so let's get on the same page and review kind of stuff like that, right? So you're like, oh, is it like because of this and that? And then sometimes you find out they didn't understand it, and you re-explain it, they go, oh, well, actually, no, I'm interested, right? That's where you keep probing just to make sure, like, okay, you know what I'm selling, you know what the service is, like, and you still don't want it. Okay, yeah, no problem. You know, but sometimes it's people take it as, oh, like you could say like, oh, yeah, we're with somebody else and we're pretty happy right now. And then again, normal salesmen that are good would go, oh, yeah, for sure. Well, if there's any problems in the future, like, here's my card, you know, we'd be happy to, you know, replace your service if they ever, you know, mistreat you or, you know, drop the ball, whatever, right? That's it. That's a good salesman. But the bad salesman goes, well, how much you paying a month? Why don't you come to us? Why? What happened? Have you guys had your problems with us in the past? It's like thankfully, they weren't like that. But you can get salesmen like that door to door. Let's see. I haven't had pottery in a hot minute. Used to stream it, but not the easiest setup in hell on the laptop with all the dust, right? I made the dishes on the wall. The earthquake came and they all did fall. All my work smashed on the floor. I hung my head and closed the door. There's pottery poetry. Oh, at first I'm like reading this and I'm like trying to understand what I'm reading, Mike. You know, because, you know, when you're just like reading people's comments, it's like I'm trying my best to like make sure I'm like reading, you know, because I mean I feel like I'm good at reading, but sometimes I feel like I'm not good at with like reading out loud, you know, because there's a combination of like, you know, like you're trying to enunciate, pronounce every single word you're reading. It's like when you're reading, like, you know, in your mind, you're right, you know, without talking aloud, it's like you can like jumble or like skip through the word and maybe not fully like read and pronounce every single word, but you get what they're saying. But it's like reading out loud, there's all this energy to go like, and he said this, and so like I'm reading this, I'm going like, why does this sound so odd? What he's saying, and I'm like, oh, it's a poem. People have no boundaries. I hung my own security door backwards. Maybe it wasn't the most sober. I hung it backwards so people get stuck between it and the porch rail. Yowza. It's been a lovely but wind down time for me. Have a good stream. Sadie, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Come by more often to hang out when you can. That's fun. It's fun when you come by. It's been awesome. Rest well. Yes, I agree. What? Rest well. Mike, did you have dinner yet? Neighbors just hotboxed their car and the weed smelled like high-class coffee. You know, I don't... I gotta be honest, bro. To me, weed smells like skunk. But I could see that. Actually, you know what? No, you're right. Actually, it's funny is that when I hated coffee, right? Oh my god. There was a point I hated coffee. Did you guys know that? Some of you are hearing those words and you're like, that's not possible. Like, he came out of the womb drinking coffee. I mean, the way he's in the coffee, he's been doing his whole life. I absolutely hated coffee. Everything about it. The smell, the taste, everything about it. Up until college. Like, I remember being a kid, and my parents would get up in the mornings, like my brother and I are sleeping, and it's like, you know, we're down the hall in our separate bedrooms, doors shut. And it's like, a coffee assaulted, I was gonna say insulted, but you guys, I guess it did also insult my senses, but it assaulted my senses, like, on every front, bro. Noise, smell, taste was like the times I did try it, but not every single time. So mostly just smell and noise. You know why? Because my parents, more than half the time, would grind their beans, you know? And so they stick their beans in the blade grinder, right? The Krups or whatever the hell they use, right? Right? And you're trying to sleep, you're like, elementary school, middle school, you're like, what is this noise, man? And it wakes you up, and it stops, and you're like, damn, that was annoying as hell. So you try to go back to sleep, and the next thing you know, about 10 minutes later, guess what comes next? The smell. It was kind of like the plagues, dude, and the Pharaoh, all the different plagues, right? It's like each one came like at different times and like assaulted all the people. You know, it's like first it started off like with the noise, and then it goes away. And then slowly, as they're brewing on the big pot of coffee, the smell, the coffee, the aroma is just slowly going outwards, seeping into all the cracks and crevices, coming under your door. And to me as a kid, when I'm sitting there sleeping, I started to smell coffee. I swear, to me as a kid, coffee smelled like after somebody takes a dump in the bathroom. That's what it smelled like to me. So you can imagine me not liking coffee up until I was like in college, right? Because I'm like, I associate it with the noise my parents used to make that wake me up on the weekends, right? And then the smell. Again, we're talking about, again, someone takes a dump in the bathroom, you go in after them, that lingering smell, that's what brewed coffee smelled like to me. Had leftover sushi for my usual Monday treat for lunch. Have a few pieces of tempura veg and good bread I plan to make cheese pizza out of. Fridge mostly empty. Okay. Yo! Are you Jorgen, dude? What's going on, bro? Got that alert going. Cheers. Cheers to you, sir. The real dark brown roast, laughing my fucking ass off. Yeah. Anyways, so because I think coffee smells like skunk, right? I'm sorry. Weed to me smells like skunk. Right? And skunk, you know, when skunks spray, it kind of smells like number 2, if you will. Alright? And again, you're saying it smells like coffee, which is interesting because it does kind of have that smell to it. And because it kind of has that coffee smell to it, sometimes brewed coffee does kind of remind me of the bathroom after somebody just took a dookie. Anyways, so with all that being said, so you know, ironically, when I need to go real bad, sometimes I call it brewing coffee because it's big early. Yeah, I got coffee brewing. Yeah, I've definitely heard people refer to I got coffee brewing as a means of saying, you know, I'm working up a dump, a bowel movement. But, you know, so how I even got to coffee, right? So that's how much coffee was repulsive to me, right? Whoa, that was a strong breeze. So, how did I go from being absolutely repulsed by coffee in like every sense of the way, I guess you could say, to I love coffee down to grinding the beans, weighing them out.
Listen.
Hey, listen. Grinding them out to warming the kettle, or you know, getting the kettle boiling hot, getting the filter out, pre-rinsing it, doing the pour over. Right, the smell, the taste, everything is just amazing, right? Well, it didn't start that way. It wasn't like and when I mean like it changed in college, it didn't go from like me being repulsed to, this tastes good. Actually, you know what it was, Mike? It was back when I'm 18 It's like fall 2007, so freshman year of college. I'm an adult now. So what do you do usually, right? When you're a young adult and you go start college? Well, shit, I guess I can go to bed at any time I want, right? And when you're like 18, it's like, oh, I can stay up till 11. I can stay up till 12. Well, there comes a time you start like pushing it and you're like, well, I'm hanging out, you know? I'm hanging out with friends. I don't want to stop. So then it gets like 1, 2 in the morning, right? Then you wake up the next day at like 7 something to get to class by 9. If you're, local college, El Camino, you're trying to get to class by 9 o'clock or whatever, right? And at some point, so that's what was happening. So it was like I was miserable tired. It's like I got to the point where I was in class and I had to censor myself from saying my first response. No, you could say it, bro. Just say it. It was a point where I was like sitting there. It was I remember it was so freshman year, fall, right? It was the survey of jazz class. What do you do when you're an adult? Wait, hold on. What do you do when you're an adult? Eye-popping anal? Am I supposed to read that a certain way? I'm trying to figure out what I just read. What do you do when you're an adult? Eye-popping anal? What? Okay, I'm gonna need a breakdown of what that means, bro. But anyways, right? So I'm sitting there in the survey of jazz class, and we're watching like, I think it was like Ken Burns DVD, right? On jazz, and it's talking about where jazz started, right? It's like jazz kind of started as a mix of taking classical music and Afro-Cuban music and combining the two, and you get something sort of like ragtime, right? And it's like starting there, it's taking us way the fuck back, right? Like to the beginning. And you're sitting there going like this. Bobbing for apples. Or as my friend Chris says, bobbing for dick. He was in the that's what he used to say in the military when he was in the Marines. Anyway, so you're doing this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stay awake in class, and I keep making terrible decisions, staying up late because I want to hang out with friends, and I'm like, well, I need to stay awake, and to me at this point, like energy drinks aren't doing it, and I see that my mom drinks coffee, and I'm like this, even though I hate coffee, I'm willing to drink it because I need something to keep me awake. I can't do this. So I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, I think, can I have some coffee to go to take to school? And she's like, what? Coffee? Sure. Okay. Like taken back, like surprised her because she's like, you've never drinking coffee and you've always hated it, right? And so, coffee kind of started out like that, where it's like, to stay awake in class. It was like, and like I drink coffee black now. I don't care for adding cream or any sugar in it stuff, because the way I drink coffee now is I drink it a lot. It's like drinking wine, it's like you wouldn't be like adding any sort of things to wine. I mean, people do that to wine, but like, when you drink wine, right, you drink it for like, or even like if you're drinking like high-end like, bourbon or whiskey or something like that. It's like you don't make like Jack Daniels with like, high expensive shit. Usually it's like you just make it with the normal Jack Daniels. So when you're, or Johnny Walker, like a $200 blue label or whatever it is, it's like, that's the kind of stuff you drink on its own, right? You don't mix it, you don't make a cocktail with it. So coffee for me is kind of like, it's like wine. It's like, I drink it because I want to taste the coffee. I don't want anything else getting in the way. But I didn't start there, right? So for me, it's like, I still at this point though, I need something to keep me awake. But to me, coffee is like gross, absolutely gross. So it starts out where it's like she's giving me a thermos, adding coffee, sugar, and milk, right? And so I take it, and in the beginning, it's like taking cough syrup, right? It's like, pitch in your nose kind of thing, and then sip it on your coffee, right? Because again, at this point, it's like I was not drinking coffee because I thought it tasted good. It was like I thought it still tasted gross, but I'm treating it as cough syrup, where it's like, you know, you put up with cough syrup because you're trying to, you know, get your symptoms under control, so you're going to do whatever it takes, no matter how bad it tastes. Same thing with the coffee. I need to stay awake. I keep nodding off. Like, I don't care how it tastes. I'm treating it like it was. So yeah, it was like basically I was like drinking it like it was medicine, right? Cough syrup. But, you know, here's what happened though, right? Eventually, I started removing ingredients. When it's so good, your eyes roll back. Oh my god. I don't know why, but that 3-word phrase sounds so funny to me. What? Nate says. Nate, are you like, what? You don't believe me that how I used to hate coffee, or are you responding to Mike? So eventually what started happening though is I'm having like coffee quite often, right? And I start removing ingredients. So the first ingredient I remove is I remove the sugar. Because I actually get this. So even with sugar, milk, and coffee all together, right? At some point, I was like, you know what? I think I'm kind of liking that coffee taste. You know, that subtle coffee taste that's in the background of my milk and sugar drink. I think I'm kind of appreciating that flavor, right? So, what the hell was that? I think it was a motorcycle, blow back in the tailpipe, whatever it was. So I'm like, I think I'm kind of appreciating that flavor. So, you know what I do? I'm like, what's going to give me a more coffee... Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, hold on 1 second. I was gonna censor myself, but Jamie said go for it. Yeah. Anyways, so then it became we're talking about coffee, right? Explaining how I got to where I got, where I'm like drinking the coffee the way I am. Yeah. So eventually, for coffee, it was like getting rid of sugar because, again, at this point, it's like I had to basically like kind of drown out the coffee taste with sugar and milk, which is what I was doing. But again, like months go by and I'm like, you know, I'm having this like every morning now and it's working. I'm staying up during class and I'm like, something I used to hate, I'm not hating as much anymore. And again, it goes from, it's like I'm drinking coffee like I'm taking cough medicine. It goes from that to, okay, I can see it now. I can see it now, right? And then eventually a few more months or whatever go by, and I remove sugar because, again, I start to appreciate that background coffee flavor. I'm like, you know what? I'm beginning to like that almost like off-putting taste, right? You know how people talk about an acquired taste, right? It's like beer. The first time I tried beer, I'm like, it tastes like carbonated piss, you know? I'm sure everybody just heard that and was like, you drink piss before? No, but I can imagine what carbonated piss would taste like. if you stretch your imagination a little bit, I'm sure you can imagine, beer tastes like carbonated piss. Anyways, that was like me. The first time I was like in high school, I tried like, underage. So I'm trying beer and I'm like, this just tastes like carbonated piss to me. But where the fuck was I going at this point? Anyways, acquired taste. Okay, the point was acquired taste. So like beer, I love the taste of beer now. But when I first had it, it was like, yeah, this tastes like carbonated pee. And coffee, sort of the same thing. It was like, at the beginning, it tasted gross. And I'm like, I'm kind of liking this off-putting, intense flavor. So I'm like, how do I make this more, or how do I get this coffee flavor to be more forward versus in the background? Well, remove sugar was the first thing I did. So then I had milk and coffee, just milk and coffee, no sugar, nothing to sweeten it. And then probably like a year or so goes by, right? Probably I say for the next 2 years, I'm drinking coffee with like, creamer, milk, whatever it is, right? Powdered or actual like milk poured in, right? Powdered would be like if I'm like at work or something like that. And that's like what they have. But, and then get this. So then throughout that experience of drinking coffee with like just creamer and coffee, there was a few times where it's like, I'm gonna try a black. It's not bad, but I think I'm gonna stick to creamer, So yeah, there was a few times that like I did step into just drinking a cup of coffee black, from like probably 2008 or something like that. I think like when I went full like drinking coffee black was probably around like early 2010s. So like 2010, 2011, something like that. I just was like, you know what? I kind of like it black. I'm kind of appreciating that, So again, yeah. Over time it was like, then I eventually got rid of creamer. Then I started drinking coffee black. And, and my coffee experience during that time was, it was like Folgers at work or, getting filtered drip coffee from Starbucks, whatever. Then it was Keurig. And then eventually, we don't have to get into that because I'm not going to bore you guys with how I got into specialty coffee. But eventually, in basic, it was somebody made me a pour over, aka, like what I mean is like, and at this time that they made me the pour over, the kind of coffee I was drinking is like, either Starbucks, getting like drip coffee all the time black from Starbucks or, Keurig. So Hunter, Nate in chat knows Hunter. Hunter, we're on this like retreat or whatever, and he's like, I'm like in his room in this like cabin. So it's like, this is like fall, winter 2014 or something like that, right? So I go over, everyone else is chilling, and he's like, hey, you want some coffee? And I'm like, heck yeah. And I think there was options for like Keurig. I think somebody might have brought a Keurig and whatever, but I was like, he was offering me to like, he's like, here, try this. And I see him out, and he's got a kettle. He's got like a scale, right? And I'm thinking like, a scale? I'm like, it's like a pocket scale. It's like last time I saw someone with a pocket scale is like people I used to buy weed from, like, in high school, dealers. So he's like measuring out like the coffee beans, and then he puts it in this like grinder, right? And it's like a tube, right? A cylinder tube, and you throw the whole beans in there, and you put the top on, and it's got this like lever that you like spin. And he's like, he grinds it all by hand, and then he gets this like dripper, puts it over a cup. And I see him get the kettle after it's done boiling, and he pours the water manually from the kettle onto the coffee. And then eventually it's done brewing for me, and he splits like, the Dixie cup of the coffee, whatever it is, like with me and him. And in basic, my response was, and again, like I'm an avid coffee drinker. So again, it's like every day I'm either drinking Starbucks, like black, like just drip coffee black, or Keurig. And again, I'm exploring roast, light, dark, medium from all these different like, chain companies in the stores, or even like, even like, grocery stores, or even like Starbucks, right? So to me, like I'm in the coffee. But when he makes me this coffee, I'm like, whoa, what the frick is this? I'm like, I'm tasting all these like extra flavors, like almost tastes like floral or something, like almost like almost grassy, like green tea. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I look at him and I go, whoa. I'm like, what's all this extra stuff? I'm like, it tastes so interesting, right? Like I couldn't even like make it out when I'm tasting. And he goes, dude, that's what coffee's supposed to taste like. After that day, it was like, boom. I pursued coffee, like legit coffee. Because I was like, yo, this is like drinking tea. It's like coffee that doesn't taste like the carbon burnt. Like, you know, like most people, when they say like, you know, coffee has a burnt taste to it, it really does taste like that, right? Like really cheap dark roasted coffee really does taste like burnt toast. You know, the black carbon buildup on a piece of burnt toast. It's like, yeah, cheap dark roasted coffee tastes like that. But guess what? That's because it's cheap and dark roasted. If you drink high-end light roasted coffee, it's like you're having more of a tea experience. Now, you're not having tea. It's just the coffee is more smooth, as if you're drinking like herbal tea, right? Like who here has had herbal tea? It's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth, flavorful experience, right? Now imagine that concept with coffee. Well, it might be hard to imagine that because most of you are drinking coffee and you're just like, if I asked you, hey, what flavors are you tasting in your coffee? You would be like, I mean, I don't know, man, it just tastes like coffee. Well, that's because it's cheap and dark roasted. But if you have good light roasted coffee, right? Because light roasted is the key point. The darker you go with your roast, the more burnt it tastes. Same thing with the steak, right? You know, all the flavor, when it comes to a steak, right? All the flavor is in the meat. The more rare you go, the more you taste what is in the meat. All those like flavonoids and those, whatever those flavors are, right? The more well done you go with steak, the more you essentially burn off all those flavors. That's what you're doing, is you're burning them all off. That's why, like, you know, A5 Wagyu, whatever it is, or Wagyu from Japan, it's like, you know, those cows are like a certain breed, they're on a special diet. And so when you eat the beef, you're almost kind of tasting their diet, right? I mean, the same could be said for even all sorts of high-end types of meat, even like prosciutto and stuff like that. There's certain stuff that like people feed pigs and cows and all these different animals because even the diet makes the meat taste different. But here's the thing. If you go well done with any of those types of like poultry, or not poultry, but you know, beef or whatever, pork, like you're not going to taste any of that because it's going to be essentially burned off. It's the same way with coffee. Coffee gets its flavor from the soil a lot like wine does. Depending on the region, the elevation, you know, the varietal of the coffee plant, the neighboring plants, right? Those all affect the outcome of the flavor of the coffee plant, right? And so if you have this coffee, right, where it's like, it has all these crazy flavors, like the most recent crazy coffee I had was a Black and Right Coffee Roasters. I'm sure you guys have probably seen them, like in the post I made. But literally the tasting notes were herbal tea, green tea, lemon, wild, right? And again, they're not adding those flavors to the coffee. The coffee is a lot like wine. Those flavors exist because the coffee plant is grabbing all those flavors from the soil. Because of all the other factors I mentioned, like region, elevation, even the type of coffee plant, neighboring other plants, right, that exist that are around the crop. Now, because it has all those flavors in there, the only way you're going to taste it is if you roast on the lighter side. The darker you go, you begin to eliminate those flavors. And then in addition to eliminating those flavors, do you know what you actually end up doing? You essentially end up overcooking the coffee bean, right? So like Italian roast, French roast, where it's like super dark to the point where like you look at the coffee bean, it's all like oily. It's so like in the specialty industry, do you know what they even call that? Because in the specialty coffee industry, they don't roast dark. Because it's like getting A5 Wagyu and then like cooking it well done, right? Like if you go well done with like, it's like getting well done steak, right? It's gonna start to taste burnt, right? So like the coffee essentially is when coffee is like harsh tasting like that, that's because what you're tasting at that point is the actual carbon, like from a coffee bean being burnt. The same way you burn a piece of toast, the darker you go with the coffee, again, it's twofold. Not only are you eliminating all those possible flavors that might be in there, you're literally creating these like undesirable, intense flavors, like tasting like charcoal, like burnt toast, except it's in the coffee bean, right? Because you're burning the coffee bean. And yeah, sorry, I'm just like, this turned to a fucking coffee TED talk, but yeah. So that's how I got into specialty coffees. I went from coffee in a sense to just keep me awake, to I'm kind of liking this, to I like this a lot, to whoa, I didn't know that coffee could taste like this. And so I'm still in the whoa, I didn't know coffee could taste like this. And that's one reason why I even worked in the coffee industry, you know? It's like I tell people I work in the coffee industry, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, it's like you think of a barista at Starbucks. It's like, you know, most of those people aren't really into coffee. They work there because they need a job, you know. But like the reality is that like cheap coffee, it's kind of hard to get into because it's not like something you get into because it doesn't taste that great. It's kind of unenjoyable, right? But there is a reality that you can get into coffee because there's good coffee that exists, and that's what I drink. Actually, well, I drink that, but I also drink the cheap shit too every single day. Did you guys know that? So just so you guys know, every day I drink the cheapest shit out there. I can code switch. I can be the most snobbiest of snob with coffee and like have the most expensive, bougiest coffee out there, right? Like a $70 12-ounce bag of coffee or something by some crazy like varietal this season or something like that, right? You're spending that much on the bag. I go from drinking like a nice pour over made with that to literally the classic Folgers made on a coffee pot in the lobby. Every morning I make a pot of Folgers coffee at work, and guess what? I drink it black. Because I still like it. You see, here's the thing. There is subjectivity and objectivity to a lot of things, right? So objectively, Folgers is pretty low-end coffee, right? But subjectively, one could like it. Like me. It's like, yeah, it's like crap, but I like it. But I can also go from that end of the spectrum to the most bougiest of coffee you've ever seen in your life. But anyways, that's my coffee journey. I said I wouldn't go too deep into the specialty part, but I did. Sorry, let me catch up with chat. Nate says 2012 was the only year that I did retreats. 2013 I focused on finishing school. In 2014 acting was starting to take its turn. Now I know the origin story. That's right. Herbal tea is awesome. It really is. Herbal tea is great. I just got a new strain that tastes like strawberries in the fields. Smells. Weed can have the same crazy variety that coffee does. Pretty what nature does. Exactly. So as much as I don't like weed, it's actually there's a lot of commonality. Is that a word? Commonality? Is that the word I'm looking for? Commonality. Commonality refers to the state or quality of sharing features, characteristics, or yeah, okay, commonality. There's commonality between people who are into coffee and like understand like the plants and you know the effects that you know the different plant, the elevation, the region, you know, location has to do with affecting the end product the same way that like weed does. So like the weed part's interesting. As much as I can't stand weed, I appreciate that aspect of what you're talking about. The hell's laughing? There's somebody laughing in the house. I think it's the kids. Like, Even my mom said my flowers smell good. She doesn't like that I use weed at all, right? Sorry, I'm gonna stand for a little bit. There we go. You know, I have a pretty nice desk, you know, and I'll share it in Discord because I don't know if I've like shown any updates of like what my recent setup is that much, or I don't post much about what the desk looks like, but it's a nice desk, but it's like solid piece of like, it's a solid like, you know, butcher block top. You know, it's got like, you know, the Alex drawers from IKEA. But there's one thing I kind of wish I had was a standing desk because, you know, the older I get, I don't like sitting for long periods of time because it's not good for my health. It's not good for me. It's not good for my health. And so the ability to like stand up and do stuff. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like sometimes when I stream now, it's like I'll step back and I'm like playing a game while I'm standing because it's like, you know what? Let's stand. Because again, it's not good for me to be sitting that long. Blood flow, and then, you know, again, if it's too long, you know, in the Secret Labs chair, right? I always talk about it, how it's like, it feels like my nerves are getting pinched at times. It's like they're nice chairs, but even like Secret Labs has its limits. But tonight I actually had Taco Bell, and it was good, dude. It was good, dude. The new steak. Whoa, it's freaking windy. The breeze is picking up like crazy. Those new steak fajita street tacos, man, beautiful. Because they do like grilled onions, not like In-N-Out grilled onions, but like they do like, you know, it's like if you go to like you get tacos or you go to like a Mexican like hot dog stand, it's like the grilled jalapenos with the pepper or jalapenos with the onions kind of thing, right? They like actually have that on the well, it's like, you know, fajitas. There, sorry, that was stupid. That was I took the long way around to literally describe fajitas. It's like, oh, if you had fajitas, you know what the onions look like. I love a standing desk, but with how much weight and wiring I have on my current desk, it'd be hard enough to find a hefty one, right? I tried the Enchilito, and it was odd. Mine was actually pretty good. I don't know, to be honest, everybody talks about the Enchilito, like, man, they're bringing Enchilito back, dude. I've never had an Enchilito until tonight. Tonight was my first night having an Enchilito. Enchilito, I'm talking like specific to what Taco Bell is serving. Like, I've had a wet burrito before in red sauce with multiple kinds of meats and beans and onions and at times guac and sour cream. You know, I've had like a wet burrito before, you know, with melted cheese on it, what it might be. But I've never had Taco Bell's Enchilito, if that makes sense. Never had one until Sunday. Okay, chat. What kind of water bottles do you guys have? In this house, we have quite a few. I'm a big hydro flask kind of guy. I still have my same hydro flasks from 2015. I think it was the first time I got one. It's the 32 ounce one I have, and it's got like the spin-on cap with the leash, which they don't really do anymore, or that specific type of leash that people are bummed out about. I also have a 64 ounce one, 64 ounce big water bottle with like a screw-on cap kind of thing. a bunch of other stuff, but I also have for home use, I've been liking this Yeti, right? Now, whoa, damn! The freaking, you're not gonna believe it, the wind's picking up so strong, and right outside, do you see that right outside? Hold on. Do you see that? That rose right there? There's also like rose buds there too, like solid rose buds. And the wind is blowing so hard, and because the plant's so close, it's taking the rose buds and then like smacking the window. And it sounds like somebody like taking their knuckles and like knocking on the window outside. Wind Waker music, maybe. Wind Waker. I've owned it since the launch on the GameCube. I was in 7th grade, dude. When it came out. 7th grade? No, maybe I was 8th grade. I got it when it came out. That's the point. So many times have I started it, wanting to beat it, getting like maybe all the pearls at the beginning, right? That's like the, you know, it's like the same as getting all the gems and Ocarina of Time. It's like you get all the pearls, and then I lose interest, and then I never go back to beat it. So I've literally owned that copy of Wind Waker since. And actually, guess what? That copy of Wind Waker I got, it came with the Master Quest. Zelda Master Quest. So yeah, and I've had this long. Still haven't beat it, but we are doing a Zelda playthrough. I'm sure you guys have seen, like, when I have all the sheets up, you know, like the Google Sheets, and I'm showing you, like, here's all the documented franchises I want to play through, right? And, I mean, shit. You know, sometimes I talk about things, I'm like, I can really just show you. Or I'm like, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? It's like, I don't need you to pick up when I'm laying down. I can literally just show you. Now watch this. I started making this in 21, right? And so how I made this Google Sheet is I was like, you know what? There's a lot of games I want to play through. What's the easiest way to start? And a lot of times, the easiest way to start is the same way they recommend how to start collecting, right? Generally, how most people start collecting is this: is it like you go back and you get the games that you loved, you enjoyed when you were a kid, you know, and then maybe it's okay, the games you loved and enjoyed. Maybe you get the rest of the games in the franchise. So you're like, well, I only had this game and then this game, you know, as a kid, and you know, we didn't have the money for this one. No, that's like my story. So like, my mom didn't let me get this and this, so then it's like, you know, for example, like Zelda. It's like I didn't get every Zelda game, but I like Zelda, so then it transforms naturally just into, I'm gonna get all the Zelda games, you know? Or it's like, you know, I love my Mario games growing up. So then it goes into, oh, well, I'll just collect the rest of the Mario games, right? And then it goes from there and you start collecting for everything else, right? But so with that being said, it's like I've been wanting to play through all these franchises. So what I've been doing is I've been documenting it. And it's like, first I did the Mario franchise. I was like, okay, what is every Mario game to exist in chronological order? I'm gonna document it, right? And then I had the idea of like, I want to play through it. And then it was like, I want to play through it on Steam or on stream, like on Twitch. So that's what started the whole, you know, wanting to play through every single Mario game that exists, right? Was that. And, you know, and then it's like, look, there's other franchises here. Like you can see Sonic, Crash Bandicoot, Zelda. So, you know, I do want to play Zelda. I want to go through all those Zelda games just like I'm going through all the Mario games. And eventually, we're going to get to Wind Waker. And guess what? I'm going to have to beat it. So that might just be how I beat Wind Waker, is that it might really just have to come down to, once we play the Zelda franchise, it's like, there's no skips. There's no pass. I'm going to have to play it. Anyways. Mike, how's the weather right now? Because it's starting to cool down here. It's feeling great, you guys. It's 71 out with a breeze. 71 with a breeze. You see, that's the important part. 71, it's like, eh. With the breeze, it feels more like it's like 68. Knocking on the window again, man. Holy moly. Anyways, should we hop into some gaming? Oh, speaking of gaming and franchises, speaking of gaming and franchises, you guys think about playing Super Mario RPG? You guys ever heard of that game? Okay, there we go. Okay, Super Mario RPG. For you guys that don't know, it is Final Fantasy meets Mario. I didn't need the dramatic pause there. It's simply just Final Fantasy meets Mario. And it's fun. Fun in the sun, dude. There we go. Okay. Let's get to fighting. Forget where we were. Oh no, we're in the mines. We're in the mines. Hello? I clicked play. Oh, there we go. Just taking a minute. Whoa, that is loud. Okay, how's the mix? Chat, how's the mix? Game to voice, in terms of mix. Is my voice a little loud in the game? That's at least what I want. That's what I consider a good mix. Is game is not even with the voice, but voice is louder than the game because we're not doing a no commentary playthrough. We're streaming. It's all about me. You understand? It's all about hearing my voice. Mike says yes. All right. If Mike says yes, then you know you're good. Ooh, hold on. Gosh, what? How do you play this game? Why am I sucking right now? Hold on. That song was louder though. Yes, that's exactly why I changed it again. Just finished the last of the fancy Chinese jerky. Ooh, and which? What was it? This jerky. Or was this jerky a mystery, though? Nope. 5 flavor beef. Is that really what it's called? Nate, you had Subway. Nice, bro. What'd you get from Subway? Oh my gosh. Alright, well now I'm gonna beat your ass. Boom. There we go. Yeah, gimme, gimme. The usual. What are your plans for tonight, Nate? Damn. The freaking plant keeps knocking on the window. What the heck's his problem, dude? $23 and me. I am still trying to figure out what that monster is. It looks like a pig with a bunch of eyes, but I don't even freaking know, man. That is weird. Miss? How are you missing? Oh my gosh. What? There we go. He's always getting the HP max, isn't he? Probably some Bible study. Okay. What was that with Journey? Mario, you've come to save us. One problem, though. This is dead end. We need a bomb to blast through here. Think you could find one? Is there like... Okay, well, a little confused. Actually, I forget which way we came from. Wait, why does that sound familiar? Like almost like something from Sonic. No, it's individual. I'm in the process of finding a permanent translation which respects the earlier manuscripts. Sob. Just... you wait. We'll get you for this. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. He didn't have the coins on him, but he dropped a flower tab. Okay, where is it, dude? Ah, gotcha. Oh, here we go. The Geno beam. Here we go, the gynecologist beam right here. $19. Damn it, dude, the sweat's in my eyes. Oh, it burns. You want them back? You've got to take me down first. Oh! What did he just take? Alright, the Geno beam. Let's go. Chomp. Whoa. What was that? Whoa! The breeze is getting better and nicer and... Fuck! And now I'm rubbing my eyes. It's making it worse. Jamie, the weather you have right now won't be mine till 2 a.m. Still above 80. Yowzas, dude. Do you guys have, like, ways to move the heat out of the house? You said the heat gets trapped in your house. How about fans? Like, opposite directions of the house, right? One sucking in from the way the wind blows, and one sucking out another window on the other side of the house. Oh, you need a mushroom. Wait. Where's the mushroom? Oh, he took away. Oh, that was an I for item, wasn't it? Oh, he's dead. Yeah, ouch! Enough already. Here's your junk. I'm out of here. Maya reaches level 10. Beautiful. He learns Super Flame. Yeah, there we go. Got the coin. I didn't even read it. Oh, everybody's full health. Wait, why is everybody full health? Only Mario gained a level. I'm sorry. Did I read this? I can't remember. I've got a fan sucking out through the kitchen window and the front door open. Okay, nice. Yeah, dude, it's down to 70 now. Down to 70 now, dude. Wait a second. Tick, what is this? Oops. Dang, my new favorite lemonade went up 25% in price since Friday. Which lemonade is this? We were talking about this. It's not Simply, or it is Simply? Okay, is this how we got the bombs? Did we just get the bombs? You found a bomb! Now we'll bust through in no time. Milo's. Alrighty. Let's follow the tracks to the end. What? The star. It's probably in the back. Thanks a million, Mario. Let's mosey along now. Oh. Guess you're right. I'd just be a burden on you fellas. Well then, I'm counting on you to find the kids, you hear? Well, thanks a lot, Mario. Guess I'll be going back to tell Ma about everything. Yeah, let's save it. Let's save it. Let's save it. Should we start down low or up high first? We'll do down low. We'll do down low too slow. Hold up. Whoa! What's the shiny I think he's doing, bro? And now it's blocked. Okay, well, frick. And dun, dun, dun. It only has 4 ingredients, man. That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds good. That's what I want. Lemonade right now, man. That's what sounds good, is lemonade. Yeah, boy. Oh, shoot, go! Go! Go, you dingus! Get them all! Woo! Malo. Which is level 10. I learned Shocker. Oh, that's a shocker. Geno Boost. Oh yeah, I'll save that. I'm gonna save that. That was a good save. Lemonade sounds good. Flame. I was looking for like an AoE attack, but I guess Malo's the only one that's got it. That's one way of doing it, I guess. I got the coins. Pick me up. Yeah, let's get these guys. Whoa, bro. Yeah, got him, got him. That boiling was so goofy, bro. Hey, sick, bro, sick. Oh, the shadow's right here. Wait, what? Come on now. Hey, got it. Who the hell's that goofball? Yeah, look at that, dude. Oh. Okay. I thought we'd just go up to him and fight him, so that ain't working. Oh man, I'm debating putting a fan in the door to just suck in cooler air rather than just sucking out. But I really have only one good fan. Where should it be? If you have one fan, you probably should use it to bring the cool air in the house or help distribute it. So, like, depending on where you are in the crossbees, like the exit, right? Like, use that fan to help, like, bring that cold air to you. So, like, if point A is the door, then you have, like, B is, like, some window on the other opposite side of the house, you know? It's, like, have the fan, like, I guess, blowing onto you. But ideally, if you're trying to get heat out of the house, you want like 2 fans. And you want them placed basically like one at the front door blowing in and another one at the exact opposite side of the house, like in a window or near a window, like blowing outwards to create this sort of this like pressure. Was it negative pressure? I forgot exactly. Forget the specifics and the science behind the fluid dynamics, but basically, you want 2 fans. The other one clicks and clacks and drives me nuts. Just get a new fan. Or put the one that clicks and clacks, like, at where the door's at. You know, if you're far from the front door, then you don't have to hear it. He's still pushing me. This guy's punking me, bro. What are you supposed to do here? Where's a backseat gamer when you need him? I basically live in a living room kitchen sized area, right? The door is in the far right corner of the view of my stream. I can actually feel the cold air from it on my back now. Nice. Oh. What the heck? Good day. Name's Nello. Punchinello. Punchinello? Never heard of ya. They say I'm a hothead. But I'll show them. You will make me famous. So long. How about you shut the Whoa. Yeah, we doing a lot of damage, this guy. How warm is the outside air compared to the inside air? Is it still hot outside regardless, or is it nice outside but still warm in the house? Not bad, not bad. Now let's up the ante. Oh boy, here we go. Alright. It's... how does it clobbering time. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Arrgh! I must be dreaming. I'm ruined. I didn't want to do this, but now I have no choice. I think he's bluffing. Simmer down, Fluffy. I'm not gonna waste this on you. Who knows what might happen. Take your best shot. Enough. I got my pride. Now you're in for it. Huh? What the hey? Why isn't it working? Arrgh. Mario! This explodes! We're history! This is a fine mess. Let's scram now! Ow! It's gonna blow! No! What on earth was that? Well, we won the battle, and I hope we don't lose the war, so... Where are Dinah and the star? Smell a cigar. Guess my question's just been answered. Come on, Mario, let's go. Warmerish outside, but a good breeze, so I'm keeping the fan in the kitchen about 20 feet from the door with my chair diagonally in the middle. Nice. Well, it sounds like it's bringing cold air to you. I don't think there's much you can improve on based on what you told me. I think what you guys need is air conditioning. You guys need to get either portable AC or window, depending on how your windows operate. If they're horizontal or they're vertical and shutting. I think that would be the option. We're at a window one, just need to go get it. Right, okay. Come on, let's get this show on the road. Arg, this won't budge. Help me here, give the mine car a push. Have to build a wood panel seal around it though. Window goes up and down. Wait, have you not used it yet, or is this your first time using it? Did you pay for it or someone give it to you? Yeah, mine. Car ride. Oh, what's up? Got it helping someone move out. Okay. Whoa, okay. Alright. Yeah, sounds like you're just about there, huh? Just, do you know of anybody that can help you build it? Or is it pretty easy to find someone to help you with it? Work will build it. Okay, nice. When did you get it? Was it like this year? Because you haven't had an AC at all, right? Since you lived there? Right. Just got 2 months ago. Oh man, that's a blessing, bro. That is awesome. This is actually what my commute to work looks like. Yeehaw! Wonder how those kids are doing. Sure wish they'd hurry home. Settle down, woman. I asked Mario to help us out, so I reckon he'll bring him back when he's good and ready. I just have this odd feeling that they'll be dropping in on us any minute now. They still gotta use the door like everyone else, Ma. Now settle down. Oh, gracious. They really did drop in on us. Oh, my poor babies, are you okay? Little Mai, are you hurt? Now we're okay, Ma. Isn't that right, mate? We had fun. Mama, Papa. He's been knocked senseless. You poor baby, you're safe now. Dinah, haven't I told you often enough to never go into the mines by yourself? That's enough, Ma. Just be happy to have him back. We haven't thanked Mario proper either. I'm so embarrassed. Mario, we can't thank you enough for everything. What's that? The roof, you say? Nah, that don't matter none. Right, Pa? It ain't nothing at all. You just leave any repairs to me. Give me a holler if you ever need a hand with your place. Thanks again for bringing our babies back to us. You found Dynamite and a star piece. But where is Toadstool? Alright, anything here for me? Sniffit 1. Come back, Mr. Beetle. Don't you want to come to Boosters and play? Sniffit 2. Yeah, don't run away. We just want to play. We'll take good care of you. Sniffit 3. Like what they said, okay, Mr. Beetle? Don't you dare touch that beetle. It's a present for Booster. That's right, just hand it over nice and easy. Yeah. Like they said, or we won't be your friend. Booster really, really, really likes beetles, but he can't catch his own. That's right, he's busy keeping the princess from the sky entertained. So we're catching beetles for him. So hand it over. That's right. Pretty please? Oh no, it's getting away. Quick, catch it. Catch it! Welcome to my per 10 store. Would you like a shiny stone? Sure. If you bring me fireworks, then I'll give you a shiny stone. Oh, how often do you clean hair out of your chair wheels? Just did, and it made a noticeable difference in rolling resistance. Actually, never. I need to look at. Oh, you know, we have we swapped out the stock wheels for the rollerblade kind. For the rug or the carpet, whatever it is, dude, and they glide, bro. So did I. They still get fuzzy. Or I'll have to clean and see how much nicer it gets then. Where is that save point, bro? I'm so hungry, sure wish I had a carbo cookie. Okay, let's take a break, and then we'll be back in a few. All right. We're back. We are back. Excuse me. I wish I had a Toll House cookie ice cream sandwich. That sounds pretty good. Okay, where next? What did I just buy? And where are we supposed to go? Pretty sure I just drank a bug. Oh my gosh. I'm sipping on a zero sugar Mountain Dew, man. It's so good. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the real thing, but you know, I treat sort of like I treat like a milkshake. It's a treat, you know, you have once in a while. Great value, fake dew here. It's called Mountain Lightning, mixed with my customary vodka. Nice, nice. Whoa, who's that guy? Didn't even realize he was like an actual monster to fight. Bro, who is down here? The fuck is this carrot, man? I'm gonna try something. Gotcha. Oh! I could just throw him punches, man. Like more, bro. Good to see you, man. Wow. An OG, bro. The OG just showed up. Bro, what have you been up to, man? Good to see you, bro. Work mainly, but getting back into gaming more. Nice, bro. Guess I have more time on my hands. Yeah. What the heck, bro? You're like one of the OGs streaming and playing COD. Remember during the pandemic? Yes, sir. It's been a minute. Where you living now, man? Same place, for sure. I'm a homebody, yeah. Yeah, we're still here over in West Torrance. Can't seem to get rid of me. Exactly. You're sticking around, man. You're staying. Stuff is way too expensive right now. House included. Yeah, I mean, we're still in the apartment. We're in a 3-bedroom instead of the 2-bedroom, which is like that's kind of last you saw me when we were streaming in the 2-bedroom. But now we're in a 3-bedroom with a. I now have like a dedicated office that I can like stream from versus like streaming from the living room. And I switched to a dual PC setup for streaming. So like one PC like is focused on the gaming part of it, and then the other PC is dedicated for streaming. Basically a capture card, using a capture card to capture the gaming PC. Right now I got the 2-camera setup, so basically like just chatting, or sorry, face cam, just chatting, and then like, you know, green screen camera. I'm using the, you know, so much has changed. I no longer have to use like a physical green screen, you know, with the, ever since like with the 20 or 30 series cards with the NVIDIA broadcast, you can like use like the AI green screen. There you go, I love that. Yeah. Jeez, no wonder kids don't want to eat vegetables. Yeah, after you fight these guys, dude. Yeah, now we're, you know, Twitch allows simulcasting or multi-streaming now. So I'm currently multi-streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. So Mike, Nate, did you guys know each other from RHCC? I would think so. Yeah, Nate Esser is watching from YouTube. I remember when they didn't allow that in the past. That's a nice upgrade, yeah. Yes, I know, Nate. I was gonna say, I'm like, I'm sure we know everyone. Nate, More Games 96. It's Mike Moore, man, from church. RHCC, Real Housewives of Compton, California. Yeah, right. We sure do. Once again. Mike, have you been still playing Star Citizen? Yes, sir. Not as much, but follow weekly. Nice. Yeah, it's come a long way since you were telling me about it in 2020 when it was like in the alpha stages. The progress, I mean, yeah. Are they still technically in the alpha, or they moved to beta now? Alpha still. At some point, gosh, I feel like at some point, maybe everybody needs to gather around and define the terms, you know. Like, to me, so I played it. I did a Fleet Week in 2022 when it was like free for a week. I played it. It was really fun. But man, at some point, man, it's like they're calling it alpha, and it's like, is it alpha though? I mean, are we all just kind of, you know, loosely using terms of whatever we want? Seems like the game's, in my opinion, like at minimum the beta. I mean, it's like a full-on playable game, in my opinion. It's like, you know, during Fleet Week when I played it, I was like, this is great. It's pretty buggy still. Wish it was better optimized, right? Strategy. I've got to get back to work. I'll see you all later. Nice chatting with you. Dude, Mike, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging. It's good to see you. Please, come back again, bro. Come hang. Always a pleasure. Always awesome to see you. Always a great time. Okay, bye now. There you go. Sending us off. Mike sending us off with a blessing, dude. Wanted to find an exit song, right? Alright, adios, bro. I just got scarecrowed. 202 damage. Able juice. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oh, come on. Anyways, more games is my buddy Mike Moore, who I know in real life. He was actually really involved with my Twitch stream during the pandemic 2020. He's like an OG. But yeah, an OG. Booster Tower, man. Bowser. Booster has such a nice place. I miss my fortress. I miss the good old days. Toadstool screaming in terror, Mario rushing in to save her. Oh jeez, it's Mario. Oops. Okay, calm down. Don't let him see you like this. Hey, how you been? No, not like that, dummy. Wrong tone, it needs more confidence. You, what are you doing here? If Toadstool were at my castle waiting to be rescued, she'd be crying like a baby. Oh? Did I just hear some voices? Couldn't be. I can't believe it. It's Mario. Mario, I'm up here. That voice, it's Toadstool. I thought she'd got away, but she's been stuck here? Mwahaha. Dude, sus as hell, bro. Look at Booster at the doorway, dude, peeking through the thing. Well, I guess I'll be returning to my castle now. Out of my way, shorty. Read that in a New York or Italian accent. It's locked. What? You're still here? That look on your face. Waha, I get it now. Out of my way, shorty. Yeah, I'm a piece of work, ain't I? All this power and he looks too. I know, you're thinking, a big strong guy like him would be great to have along, right? I'm gonna do something I may regret later. I'll let you join Koopa Troop. You can thank me later. Mario and his friends have joined the Koopa Troop. Or so they're pretending. Bowser joins the group. Would you like an explanation on how to switch allies? Sure, what is it? Simply go into... Okay, alright, so you go to switch. I get it, yep. Alright, I guess let's swap it out. Switch... Gino or Malo? Let's switch out Gino. There we go. Hello there. Booster's busy right now, so he can't play. Come back some other time, or you can try to force your way in. Whoa! Whoa, this sniff is strong. Save state. Is there not a save box? I guess the quick save there is fine. Well, I think that's going to conclude the stream. Daddy getting tired. Oh boy. I got excited because I thought I found a tub of ice cream, but it's actually some kind of Thai frozen chicken meal in the same shape. What the frick? Talk about like bait and switch, bro. Holy moly. Anyways, I think we're gonna just quickly raid over to Ahu. Another one of the OGs. But, yeah. Fun night. Got to hang out with y'all. It was fun. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for whether you be lurking, chatting, and whatever in between, dude. Appreciate it. Again, like I always say, you know, thank you for putting in an effort to pull the stream up. Again, whether you're got the stream up on your phone, like a tablet, a laptop, computer, up on like another monitor or whatever, you know, or up on your TV. But yeah, I mean, which way you're choosing to pull the stream up, I appreciate you put in that much effort to pull up the stream and support me. Again, either by lurking or chatting, whatever form it might be. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for putting that energy, that effort. I recognize it, I see it, and I appreciate it. But other than that, yeah, it's been fun. We got to have the Real Mule in here, D Sadie, which are a couple newer people to the part of the community. Great people, great supporters, great community. Other than that, Nate, you were here. Mike's been here. Anyone else I'm forgetting? Ahu stopped by too. He's lurking. Mike Moore came by. More Games 96. French meat liquid? I never want to hear those words again, bro. It's so scary. French meat liquid? Holy moly. Yeah, let's go ahead and read over to Ahu. But again, yeah, it's been fun hanging out and chatting. Most of the stream we did hang out and chat. Went off talking about coffee. You got to learn a little more about me when it comes to coffee, right? I mean, sure, a lot of you already know how I came to the place where I am now when it comes to coffee, and some of you didn't. So there you go. You got a little Netflix documentary on how Jamie's in the coffee. Then we also got to play Super Mario RPG, so we got to advance the next thing. We beat that mine, saved those moles, and then now we got to save Peach, and Bowser's on our team now. That's right, in this game, Bowser is he's like a neutral character instead of your enemy. And so now we gotta make our way up Booster's Tower, like that Bruce Lee movie or whatever it is. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and raid over. We'll probably be back Thursday. Man, I'm tired. I didn't really fall asleep till 3 a.m. last night. And then when I came home, it's I probably should have taken a nap, but I didn't. Decided to tough it out and go on a walk. And I'm been trying to push myself on a longer distance for walks. So, but at the weight I'm at, I'm careful of pushing myself too much because I don't want to injure myself and then not be able to go on walks. So, I've been steadily going 1 mile. Now I'm up to a mile 0.75 is what I did today. So got to exercise, but now I'm starting to feel sore because I think that's the furthest I've been this year so far in terms of distance. It's not that far, but at my weight and being out of shape, that's far from me. I mean, I used to walk around 5K or so when I was doing cardio when I was 100 pounds lighter, but right now that's a ways away to get back up to that 5K distance. But yeah, so I got to do that. Oh, and mostly, one is obviously health, but there was another factors that, a lot of us, in Jesse's community, tonight we were doing Taco Bell night. Taco Bell community dining night or whatever you want to call it. But we basically everybody in Discord had Taco Bell, and then was like kind of sharing pictures and whatnot. So, you know, kind of wanted to be active, burn some calories so I can have Taco Bell. But anyways, y'all, save the princess quick before she wants a D. Never mind. You'll get stress fractures like I have, and they suck a lot. Exactly, yeah. Just trying to be careful not to overdo it when exercising and stuff. But yeah, anyways, y'all, again, thank you again for the support by pulling up the stream and being here and lurking or chat, whatever it is. Again, thank you. Like, you know, it's so fun hanging out with you guys. It really is. And I know sometimes it's not easy to be at all the streams, you know, and so we're all busy, we're adults, and so I just want to say thank you for, you know, even pulling the stream up. You know, thank you again for putting in the effort and energy to do that. And don't run into a tree like I did this morning. Oh man. I think I might need some more context on that one, Mason, in Discord or something. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and read over to Ahu. Again, he's an OG, been around since like 2019, 2020, when I first started really taking it more serious in terms of streaming. So yeah, let's go over and hang out a bit. And those on YouTube,